I get it. When you're short, you're short. It's a physical reality, and sometimes whether we realize it or not, we feel it. When you're constantly looking up at people, literally, it can be easy to feel like you're at a disadvantage. And listen, I'm not gonna lie, I've had daily moments where I felt the height gap. I mean, I played basketball in high school. Sometimes I still have those moments. And yeah, I'll throw on a pair of heels because honestly, those 2 to 3 to 4 extra inches do make a difference in how I feel sometimes. It can be intimidating to speak to someone who's a full head taller than you. And it's taken me years of practice to train my brain to overcome this. And when I started, I would think back to how my mom used to talk about this woman she worked with, someone she was just so impressed with. My mom would talk about her and say, height means nothing. You're sad about being short. There's a woman at work, maybe 4'11", 5 foot, but when she speaks, everyone listens. She's a force. She's a boss, not because of her size, but because she's sharp, confident, and commands respect. People know how to pay attention when she talks. That's the energy I aim for. That's what I focus on. Not just being knowledgeable, but bringing wisdom that people want and need to hear. So if you're like me and you've struggled with this, focus on your mental and intellectual strengths. Focus on how you show up. And most importantly, find some badass short people you can relate to and look up to. Figuratively, of course. This really depends on you, on your natural tendencies, your blind spots, and the patterns you lean into without realizing it. Are you someone who shies away from decisions? Then maybe your daily habit should be about making one deliberate decision every single day without second guessing yourself. Or maybe you tend to dismiss other people's opinions without meaning to. Then your daily habit might be actively listening in one conversation a day, really taking in what the other person is saying before jumping to respond. There are a million different ways to answer this, but at the core, I think it all comes down to this. What is one thing I can improve on today? That's my habit. Confidence doesn't come from a single action, right? It's built in the small, intentional choices we make every day. It's built in the moments where we say, I'm going to be a little bit better today than I was yesterday. And for some people, that might mean something as simple as getting on their Peloton for 20 minutes every morning because they know that if they start the day off sweating it out, they'll have better clarity and be more present in their leadership. And for others, it might mean tackling the hardest task on their list first, and that's their habit, instead of letting it sit there and chip away at their confidence all day. First things first. But at the end of the day, it's growth. Whatever habit you choose, the goal is the same: progress. So what's one thing you can do today that your future self will thank you for? Start there. I tell my kids all the time, you don't grow from a place of comfort. Growth, progress, leadership, they all come from stepping into the discomfort, not avoiding it. And tough conversations, that's where real leadership shows up. If you're not tackling the hard stuff, giving direct feedback, addressing conflict, setting boundaries in a respectable and human way, you're not leading. And as we all know, knowing how to tackle difficult conversations with dignity and respect is what separates a leader from a follower. Anyone can show up when things are easy, but when the conversations get uncomfortable, when there's tension in the room, when something needs to be said but no one wants to say it, that's where leadership actually happens. That's where you earn trust and solidify respect. And the reality is, the more you do it, the more confidence you build in handling them. Tough conversations don't get easier. You just get better at handling them. So ask yourself, what is one conversation you've been avoiding? And what's the real cost of not having it?